On February 25th and 26th, they will compete. To qualify, you must place in the top four in
Welcome into Shenandoah High School, where we're preparing TJ Young and myself, Aaron Burdorf, preparing for our first ever high school wrestling duel action. Don't blame us if we sound like we have no clue what we're doing, because we really don't have any clue what we're doing. As we're coming on the air, we're getting ready for the second duel of the night. The first duel went to Creston. Creston knocked off Denison 62-15. And right now they're introducing the Shenandoah youth wrestlers, the qualifiers from the AAU district wrestling this past Sunday at Glenwood. 14 Shenandoah wrestlers made it through to the state AAU tournament, which will be held in Des Moines February 25th and 26th. So congratulations to those 14 young men from Shenandoah, 3rd through 8th graders, moving on to state AAU. So TJ, we've been sitting up here for about a half an hour watching Denison and Creston, and you've been asking me all sorts of questions about wrestling and how this is going to work. And Brody is standing here. If he wants to run the camera here in a little bit, that'd be awesome. So we brought the whole A team, 3 guys with no clue. With no clue what we're doing when it comes to wrestling.
The original A team.
Yeah, but we're going to be in action here in just a short amount of time with Denison and Shenandoah taking to the mat. So, again, TJ Young, you got any opening comments for us tonight?
You know, honestly, I'm just really excited. We were talking before we came on air, watching the JV and watching the last Creston-Denison matches finish, and I've never called anything like this, but I think it's really good for the kids. I think it'll be good for the parents. You know, we call a lot of football and baseball, softball, and basketball, obviously. There's not a lot of home meets, so it's kind of fun to get a chance to kind of sit back and watch some of the other kids, you know, perform for everybody, and it'll be on the YouTube for forever. So I'm excited. I have zero thoughts. I don't have any idea what I'm going to get into. I apologize. I will not swear, but I may say something that is dumb. And I apologize. Just understand I'm very much a novice when it comes to this. So forgive me at home if you're rewatching this or if you're watching it live.
Yeah, and as a novice, thanks to Coach Roberts, we have some notes for us to work off of. So don't think that I actually put in all this work for us.
You did not do this.
I didn't. Coach Roberts did it for us, and
that's really nice.
Yeah, so he knew that he didn't want us to sound dumb, and so he prepared us some notes, which is great. And so we will have information about both teams as we move through the night. Hopefully we'll get the names right. We have the bout sheet. So hopefully, if depending on if guys move up or down, weights, whatever, we'll walk through that whole process. TJ's going to try to keep track of the score on your screen. So all he has to do is look at the scoreboard up on the wall, and he'll be able to keep track of the score for you at home. We're not going to try to keep a time. That would be nearly impossible, I think, so don't ask us to do that. But we'll keep you updated throughout the match on how much time is left. And so right now we're just kind of waiting for the officials to come back from the restroom. I think after the first duel, they're going to go out and do a coin flip, and then we'll get into dual action. So, TJ, I know you want to pay some bills, so why don't we run a couple commercials here, and when we come back, we'll be in action. Shenandoah versus Denison, the first duel ever broadcast by the team of TJ Young and Aaron Burdorf.
This very moment, a board-certified general surgeon will be leading her team in the removal of her patient's gallbladder. In this newly remodeled surgical suite, she'll use the latest technology and small laparoscopic incisions for a quicker recovery time. In a couple of weeks, the patient will have a pain-free and normal life again. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Here it is, This is where my passion is my major.
With more than 80 areas of study, dozens of clubs and activities to choose from, and advisors who ask the right questions and offer support, it's easy to be you at Iowa Western.
We're at the captain's meeting.
It's always been my dream to own a locker.
You like school that much, huh?
Actually, no, my own meat locker.
I'm processing.
So, what do you think?
Well, if that's your it, let's make it happen.
And welcome back inside of Shenandoah High School, and we're again preparing for our first ever live dual action of Shenandoah wrestling. And so we just completed the coin flip. Shenandoah won the toss, but they don't give any signals. Like there's no deferring.
Are we kicking or are we
I
receiving?
don't know. So I don't know if we picked first or second. But I can tell you that we're starting at 220 pounds, and Denison already leads 6-0 on the team score. I don't know if you can put that. You're going to want to keep that as a 0-0 there, TJ, because we're going to want the match scores going up, right?
So
we're
I'm not going to be. You're going to have to keep track of the team scores.
So I'll help you out. So Jackson Hildebrand, he is 39-0 at 220 pounds for Denison.
That seems solid.
Yeah, he's really, really good. He was the 2023 Hawkeye 10 champion. He's ranked number 8 in Class 3A.
I also won the John J. Harris.
Yeah, if anybody knows what John J. Harris tournament is at Southwest Valley, that's a huge Southwest Iowa tournament. TJ, a big deal. Yeah, so he's committed to Northwestern to play football and wrestle. So we're going to start with real wrestling now at heavyweight at 285. And so Stephen Perkins is going to take the mat for Shenandoah versus Garrett Ploggy of Denison. So that's going to be our first match ever, TJ. Your thoughts on this heavyweight match?
Well, you got the number fifth place 285 and the sixth place 285 in the Hawkeye 10. Perkins finished 6th in the Hawkeye 10, and Ploggy finished 5th. So should be a pretty competitive matchup. Just on paper.
Yeah, on paper this sounds like a good match. Ploggy comes into this match with a 25-16 record, and Stephen Perkins 16-18 on the season. I think they're just trying to get the scoreboard to work correctly. Now looks like it's ready to go, and the wrestlers are ready to take the mat. And again, Stephen Perkins for Shenandoah, Garrett Ploggy for Denison.
And we're going to try to keep the camera with the Broad man up there. We're going to try to follow the action and keep it as close as we can without distorting anything, so that way you can see what's going on.
Yeah, so 2-minute periods here in high school wrestling, and so both wrestlers start on their feet. Shenandoah in green will be green all night, and Denison in the red ankle bracelet, so that's how they keep track of the team people. Like if you're at a tournament or something, TJ, it's easier to keep track of them green and red.
That I did know.
Yeah, so we're underway here with Perkins and Ploggy. Little hand and head fighting is what this is called. Both guys just trying to work for some position. Good single leg shot there by Ploggy. Perkins with a little crossface, stuff in the head, trying to come around, doesn't get much action there. So both wrestlers come back to their feet about halfway through this first period. Ploggy now with some underhooks. Then a slide by. Puts Perkins right on his back and he's getting a count. And there is the fall for Garrett Ploggy. And Denison will go up 12-0 on the scoreboard. So you get 6 points for a forfeit, 6 points for a pin in this case. So 3 points for a decision, which is 0 to 7 point win. 4 points for anything between 8 and 14-point win.
It'd be like a major decision.
That would be a major. Yep, and then 5 points for a tech fall, which is if you get up by 15 points at any point in time in the match. That would be considered a tech fall, and you get five team points. So at 106 pounds, it looks like both teams took a double forfeit, and so there's no points on the board for that. And then at 113, Tyler Babe takes the win for Shenandoah to make it 12-6 in a forfeit.
Should we put the team score up there instead of the match score, or no?
I guess that's up to you.
Well, you're running the show.
I would say keep the match scores.
Got it.
Will probably be easier. Okay, and so Jaden Bradley picks up the forfeit at 120 pounds for Denison. The action kind of moves fast here in high school wrestling when you don't have full lineups, and these two teams don't have full lineups tonight. And so now we move on to 126 pounds.
So we're at.
So the score should be
18-6.
18-6 is the team score. And so now we're at 126, where Ethan Laughlin comes in for Shenandoah versus Jackson Grave.
Yeah, and Ethan finished 5th in the Hawkeye 10. 24-17 this year as a freshman. That's pretty solid numbers.
Yeah, for a kid who didn't wrestle all of his years in youth wrestling, then came back out in middle school, and then obviously now here in high school. So Laughlin, very good wrestler for Shenandoah at 24-17. Like you said, he has 17 pins on the season versus a freshman from Denison and Grave. He's 12-20 coming into tonight's match. Laughlin gets a little heel grab, and now he's going to work for a trip and gets his 2 points.
Nice.
First 2 points for Shenandoah in tonight's duel. Nice little ankle pick from Laughlin. Then he elevates the leg and drives through for a trip to get his 2 points. So we go back to center. TJ didn't understand the whole down-up thing when we got here.
Just go easy on me, all right?
No, we said we were gonna educate our fans about wrestling. I'm sure the only people that are watching are actually wrestling people.
So it's
they
2-0 right now.
It's 2-0.
Gotcha.
About 1 minute left to go here in the first period. Laughlin now working a little armbar series, a little tight wrist grab around the waist, trying to get a tilt for back points. We'll explain back points as those happen. Now Laughlin's got an arm bar and a little high there, and able to slide out of that. And they go out of bounds. Again, 49 seconds to go in the first period. Brody, how's that camera working? Good? Good.
Yeah, it's looking good on the monitor, so I'd say he's picking right up where he left off.
So now we got a stalling call on Laughlin for not returning the Denison wrestler back to the mat quickly. Is that call? So if you get more than one stalling call, that's a point for the wrestler who's not stalling. That signal right there is potentially dangerous. Is that call right there? So he was getting a little bit too high on the arm bar, and so the ref stops the match. Don't want anybody to blow out a shoulder. So we got a potentially dangerous. So now Laughlin back on top. Again, about 18 seconds here to go in the first period. Went for a little cradle move there. Laughlin finishes with 2 points, 2 quick back points. So if you count, the referee counts to 3 and 5. If you get a 3 count, you get 2 points. If you get to 5, you get 3 points. I think that's how that works in high school wrestling. And so Laughlin leads 4-0 at the end of the first period. So now Red gets the choice to start the second period. He defers, and Laughlin says, let's both start on our feet again.
I feel like this is where my question was. Not so much during the match, but at the starts of the seconds and third periods if you get there.
Okay, so the coin flip helps us decide who gets to first choice. So let's say you were Ethan and you wanted to start down to get your 1 point. You felt like you could get an escape. You'd choose down. You see that a lot in college wrestling, choose down to get your 1 point escape. And then go back up. It's kind of a free point if you're good on bottom. And if you're good on top and you like to turn people, maybe you like to start on top.
But in this one, they decided to.
The choice was I don't want to start on bottom or top. I don't feel comfortable, and so we'll both start up. Both wrestlers trying to work through this position, probably lead to a stalemate there. So that's that signal by the refs when he puts his two fists together, says we aren't going to go anywhere from those positions that both wrestlers were in. And so we start over. About a minute 10 to go here in the second period. Again, 4-0 Laughlin. Ethan Laughlin leads for Shenandoah. Goes trying to drive through on a little double leg here. It slides up all the way to the wrist. Good front headlock by the Denison wrestler, able to defend that move a little bit. So again, they go back to center. Both guys put their foot on the line, and the ref starts them again. So again, a little hand-to-head fighting. Ethan going 2-on. That's called a 2-on-1. He's got his two hands on one arm, trying to move the Denison wrestler around. So collar tie here, and Denison looks to shoot, and Laughlin defends it and works his way around for two. Gets the takedown with about 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. He's up 6-0. And so Laughlin looks to improve his position. He's looking for kind of something, or as a tilt, or try to get those back points again, or just ride him out here with 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Denison wrestler does not get out.
A really good job by Laughlin to hang on.
Yeah, really good job there to not give up that escape point right before the buzzer. So we go to the third period. Laughlin up 6-0.
Yeah, and super impressive too. He was able to block the takedown attempt and then get a takedown of his own.
Yeah, was able to stuff his head and then just keep moving his feet and worked his way all the way around for his own 2 points. So Graves chooses down to start the third period.
So that'd be one of those situations where he almost got out the last time, so he's thinking maybe he can get out this time.
Correct.
Is that the thought?
Yep. So he knows he's down 6-0, so he needs any points he can get. So he starts down, thinking that he's going to get an escape to get one and then start over. And so Laughlin's doing a very good job of just breaking Graves down, pushing him back into the mat. And one place you don't want to be in this down position is with your head on the mat. That's not a very, very good position. You're not going to score from there.
Laughlin's got the kung fu grip going down there on the waist. He's not letting go.
He's got a good waist ride, like you just talked about. Now he's working his head into the arm, trying a little arm bar here.
Yeah, we're about halfway through the final period here. And he's been riding for about a minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, and so a difference if you watch college wrestling between college and high school wrestling. No riding time in high school wrestling. Riding time in college, obviously, if you get over a minute of riding time accumulated by the end of the match, you get 1 point. In high school wrestling, no such thing. And so now Laughlin looks to get a little cradle. He was able to reach over the top and has his hands locked, and he's going to try to bring the Denison wrestler back onto his back, but he broke his hands. Can't see that from this standpoint, but you can tell that.
I think the camera's got it.
Yeah, I can't know that for sure, but I can tell you for sure that his hands got broken, wasn't able to hold on to that cradle.
Camera got it. Brody got it. He zoomed right in on it. Good job, man.
Yep.
You're so tall now. Like last year when we were doing this for football, he was like at your height, and now I'm looking up, and he's almost hitting the rafters up there.
Yeah, we're running out of room up here. So Laughlin looking to get a quick tilt here. If he could get a 2-point tilt here in the last 10 seconds, he could get a major. Right now, 6-0. We're going to end up with this is stalling again for not getting the quick return, and so red is going to get 1. So Denison's going to get 1 for the stalling call by Laughlin again, because he didn't take the wrestler right back down to the mat. So we got 1 second left, and Laughlin's going to win 6-1. So a great win for Laughlin. He improves to 25-17, gets the decision, and the team score goes to 18-9. And so again, we're going to see some quick action here. So again, the next weight is 132, where the Mustangs are going to be open. And so that'll give 6 points to Denison. This is Caden Krychek of Denison. He's going to. Yeah, so, Creighton Krychek gets the victory there. So 24-9 now is the team score. And again, going to go to 138 where both teams are open. So we get a double forfeit at 138. So the score remains 24-9. And we're going to move on to 145 where it's going to be Jacob McGargle for the Mustangs versus James Lemon.
Yeah, another freshman for Shenandoah. 36 and 13 on the year. Second at the Hawkeye 10, sixth at the John J. Harris. Sounds like he's had a really, really good season. And Lemon, 16 and 19. He plays sixth at the Hawkeye 10. And McGargle actually pinned him at the John Harris.
Yeah, so again, McGargle having a really good season. He went in and placed second at the Hawkeye 10 meet, like TJ just said. Very good opening season for him in a Mustang singlet. So again, little hand and head fighting for these two wrestlers. McGargle comes into tonight with 25 pins on the season.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of pins out of his 36 wins.
And this is the last duel before they get set for their districts or sectionals, is that correct?
Yep, districts are coming up this weekend. So Denison scores the early takedown. Lemon gets the early 2-point lead on McGargle. Like TJ was saying, this weekend, this Saturday will be districts, 2A districts. Shenandoah will be in Glenwood trying to qualify for the state tournament. A little bit different look on the season this year. Used to be in Class 1A and 2A where it took 2 weekends to get state qualifiers. Now all 3 classes are going to a 1-weekend tournament, and you get to wrestle on Saturday, and whoever comes out of Saturday gets to go to the state tournament in Des Moines and gets their place in Wells Fargo Arena. So about 40 seconds left to go here in the first period. Again, Denison leads 2-0. James Lemon at 145. Got the early takedown and McGargle gets up to his feet and gets the escape. So now with about 25 seconds left, he's down 2-1. And so both wrestlers kind of feeling each other out. Lemon is able to push into McGargle's right leg, but McGargle is able to slip him by and get his 2 points here with about 5 seconds left to go in the first period. And so McGargle is going to go into the second period up 3-2.
I'm not really providing a whole lot of color. I'm just watching. I'm learning.
Yeah,
you could feel a shoot coming right there with about 15 seconds left. You just knew it was about to happen, but I don't know enough about it to describe what I'm seeing. I'm just watching.
Since this is my first time doing it, I have to think about what I should say.
Oh, you're doing great.
So we're just trying to figure it out. So it was Red's choice. He deferred, and so McGargle chose down to start the second period.
Yeah, he's got his right arm hooked up there. He's got it around his left armpit there.
Yep.
And he got out.
Yep, kind of working maybe a little half Nelson there on McGargle's left shoulder. But now he's just back to a waist ride, trying to break McGargle down. McGargle again up to his feet and gets the escape. So now he leads 4-2 with about 1:20 seconds left to go. Yeah, once he gets to his feet, Lemon doesn't have the arm strength to keep him once he gets to his feet. So McGargle tries to shoot, and Lemon blocks that. And so they'll work their way back to the middle with about a minute to go here in the second period. Again, Denison leads the team score 24-9, but McGargle leads this match 4-2. About 50 seconds left. Little snap down by McGargle. Now he's into a front headlock. Back up to his feet. Again, able to slide around.
Nice.
For 2.
I don't even know what that's called, but you could tell it was 2 points.
A takedown. A takedown, TJ.
Well, he spun around him.
Yeah,
It was very quick.
Yeah, he was able to stuff his head into the mat, Lemon's head into the mat, and then was able to spin around to score his 2 points. Now he's working a little bit on Lemon's right arm, trying to pull it up behind his back into an armbar situation. Lemon's doing a good job of staying on his hip, not allowing McGargle. Yep, he's got it now, but only 6 seconds left to go in the period. So then he works to his head, which is a pinning combination, but he's on and runs out of time and right on the edge. And so now it's going to be Red's choice to start the third period, and he's going to say, let's both start on our feet because I feel kind of comfortable taking shots. Haven't got that first one early, but hasn't been able to connect on any since then. So McGargle again leads 6-2 as we go into the third period. Again, McGargle leads with his right leg, the leg that has the sleeve on it. And that's the leg that Lemon has shot at both times. Again, now McGargle stuffs Lemon's head, and he's going to spin around for 2 again. Same move for 2 more points.
It's got to have a name, right? It doesn't have a name?
No,
or is it just to take it?
Yeah, I don't know if there's a name for it. I think it's just he stuffs his head and spins around. That's what I hear people say all the time. Stuff his head and spin around. So now McGargle has a little half into a tilt position. He's got his leg in as well. Able to readjust. Yep. Able to readjust. If he just elevates his leg there, he's going to pull that up. So McGargle needs to get his leg under. Yep. So he has to come all the way out of it. Now he's going to just work into that half, and he's going to come back across his face and put him on his back. And once he flattens him out for the pin right there.
Got him.
So McGargle picks up the pin at the 54-second mark of the third period. So that's 5 minutes and 6 seconds, picks up the pin.
Closing the gap a little bit.
What?
Closing the gap a little bit.
Yeah. So Shenandoah picks up 6 points, 24-15. Now.
That's a really good match.
Yeah, really good match there. And McGargle picks up his second pin of the season over Lemon. So now we go to 152 pounds where we have Owen Laughlin versus Ishmael Alfro.
Yeah, Laughlin, 41-5, Hawkeye 10 champ. Alfaro, sophomore, 1-22. I mean, this just on paper should be something where Laughlin takes advantage early, you'd think.
Yeah, this will probably go probably pretty quickly, I would guess. So Laughlin with the 2-on-1 trying to just get the slide by. Alfro has his hand in the headgear of Laughlin, able to defend it for a second, but Laughlin gets the quick takedown 15 seconds into the match. Laughlin lets him up. Probably wants to work and build a little bit of a sweat here tonight. And so he lets Alfro up. So Owen Laughlin leads 2-1. Again, like TJ said, Hawkeye 10 champion. Also picked up his 100th victory in that championship match.
Nice.
Of the Hawkeye 10. So congratulations to him on his 100th victory on his career. Dives in on a single and switches to a blast double. Drives Alfro right to the mat. Up 4-1 with about a minute 15. Lets Alfro back up. So it's 4-2 with a minute 10 to go in this second period. You know, when you see kind of a mismatch like this, sometimes the coaches say, hey, let's build up a little bit of a sweat. We know we have another match here later tonight. Build up a little bit of sweat. Let's score some points here first, and then we can work into a pinning combination of some type. And so,
well, your 152 for Creston is definitely a little bit more of a stout competition there. So build up that sweat, like you said.
Yeah, that's going to be a good match later tonight with Laughlin and the Creston wrestler, both very good wrestlers at 152 pounds. So Laughlin again in on the double. And so now with 30 seconds left, I'm going to guess that Laughlin's going to go ahead and tilt. Now he's got some back points. Again, he's elevating that leg. So it's more than just what's happening up top. But some stuff happens at the bottom, and so he elevates the leg. And so now he's readjusted. He's going to go chest to chest with Alfro. Alfro doing a good job of bridging, but he's going to run out of gas. And Laughlin picks up the pin in a minute and 51 seconds. And great win for Owen Laughlin. 24-21 is now the team score. So closing the gap.
Yeah, we should have another good one coming up with 160 with Mark Hardy, and the Denison-Schleswig Christ Vera Nieto. They're 7-22 versus an 11-20. Should be pretty competitive matchup.
Yeah, Vera Neveto didn't weigh in tonight, and
okay.
Mark Hardy picks up the forfeit, and so the Shenandoah Mustangs now lead 24-21 to 27-24. So that's good forfeit. And so now we move to 170 pounds. Jaden Dickerson versus Ryan Schlechter for Denison.
And Dickerson 39-8, going for his 40th win of the season, 5th at the Hawkeye 10. Had a really good sophomore year and 2 points already.
Yeah, Dickerson with the quick takedown. He, too, like Laughlin, goes ahead and lets his guy up, and now he'll go back to work on his feet. Dickerson 5th at the Hawkeye 10, 5th at the John J. Harris tournament, like TJ said. Just repeating the same things he says because
right.
it sounds
I do
like
that all the time during the basketball games.
Right, so why not? So Dickerson, again, another takedown, and he leads 4-1 with about a minute and 20 seconds left to go in this first period. He's going to wrestle into a little tight wrist tilt position. Not going to pin his guy from here. He's just picking up his back point. So he's gotten 2. He got a 3 count. So he's going to do the same thing. He's got his hand. He's got a tight wrist ride. And now he's going to tilt it into a stacked position. And again, now he's got an arm bar. He's got his arm between, and he stacks him for the pin in 112.
Win number 40.
Win number 40. Great job. Great job by Jaden Dickerson. Win number 40 for the sophomore. It's a really good win. And so the Mustangs now are up 33-24 with, Brody, how many matches we got left? 2 matches left. So here's Jacob Rystrom coming to the mat for the Mustangs, and he will wrestle Jordan Van Tersch of Denison.
No, is that right? I believe you.
Did he announce a different guy?
Nah, I don't know.
Oh.
It's hard to hear. It's really loud down here. The supporters are loud, which is great. It's nice to have lots of fans in here. Yeah, Rystrom, 27-13 this year. Didn't wrestle at the Hawkeye 10. And Van Tersch, 19-14 on the year. He was 3rd at the Hawkeye 10.
Tried a little fireman's carry, wasn't able to complete it, but was able to spin out of it and ends up with a 2-point takedown for Rystrom. Van Tersch, 19-4. He's a senior and was 3rd at the Hawkeye 10. So this is a good matchup for Rystrom going into districts. I think he might have been a little hurt Hawkeye 10 weekend, and so he did not wrestle. So these two guys have not wrestled this season. Haven't seen each other. And so Van Tersch gets the escape, and with about 50 seconds left, Rystrom leads 2-1. Again, some hand fighting, now into a collar tie. So Van Tersch has that underhook on his left side, and then the over on the right side, and Rystrom able to feel that, and it goes into a blast double. Very nicely done. He felt that hand over the top of him on his left-hand side and was able to drive in and get a blast double and take Van Tersch right to the mat. Van Tersch is able to get the escape, so right before the period ends, and so Rystrom leads 4-2.
Yeah, very competitive first period. Very competitive. Kind of like we thought it was going to be.
Yeah. So Denison chooses down, start the second period, and is able to get the switch right away and gets the reversal for 2. That's the first time we've had that tonight, where we've had a reversal right off the whistle. Van Tersch was very quick to react to the whistle and was able to turn right into Rystrom for the quick reversal. So it's 4-4, minute 40 left to go here in the second period. And so Van Tersch now trying to use his length and push Rystrom into a cradle position, not able to complete that move. So Rystrom now works to his feet and gets the escape, able to split Van Tersch's hands and work to his feet and put that back pressure into Von Tersch to get the 1-point escape. Now he leads 5-4 with just over a minute to go here in the second period. Rystrom again drives down into a single. Let's see if he switches off into a double again, and he does. So he goes from grabbing one leg into two, gets all the way up, lifts Von Tersch all the way up off the mat, and drives through him for the 2-point takedown. Now he leads 7-4 with 50 seconds left to go in the second period. So now he's going to try to roll his wrist under, again trying to push Von Tersch's head down into the mat and ride him out here for this second period. So again, good breakdown there by Rystrom. Again, grabbing his wrist and trying to push Von Tersch forward. Von Tersch is able to reverse it and is not able to get back points, but does get the reversal. Kind of was able to shuck Rystrom. Rystrom now up to his feet and looking for the reversal back. The coaches yell, just get your one. So he leads 7-6. That was a nice move by Von Tersch as he kind of just bucked Rystrom off of him and pushed him forward.
Yeah, it was a really
able
good
to get
job
the
by
reversal.
Rystrom, too, to avoid getting both shoulders on the mat.
Right. Avoids the back points. And so now he's trying to get his one to just get out of this period. And so he needs to keep wrestling, keep moving his feet, and he does, and he gets the reversal. And he now leads 9-6 as we're going to head into the third period. You know, scoring late in periods is a big deal in wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, those points late in the period always come down to what the final score will happen to be.
Yeah, this has definitely been a back and forth match.
Two really good wrestlers. And so again, Green chooses down. So Rystrom chooses down here to start the third period. Again, Rystrom leads 9-6. So again, Von Tersch trying to use his length to get his hands locked into that cradle position. He wants to try to turn Rystrom. Rystrom does a good job of avoiding that, but then he tries to reach behind. Young wrestlers don't reach for people's heads. A good fireman's carry by Rystrom to get the two on the reversal. So Rystrom almost put himself in a really bad position. He tried to reach back for Von Tersch's head, and then you could hear the coaches yell, "No, don't do that. Young wrestlers, don't try that move. It works like until you're like in fourth grade, and then after that it doesn't work very well. You end up getting yourself pulled back into putting yourself on your back." And so Rystrom did a good job of bailing out of that and was able to turn into it and got a fireman's carry reversal. Von Tersch with the escape. We got about a minute to go here in this third period. Rystrom leads 11-7. So now again, the same kind of situation where you got the double underhooks now or the over-under, I guess. And Rystrom, again, able to feel that right into the blast double. Von Tersch kind of just sets himself up for that situation where he's got one side he's got an underhook, the other side he's got an overhook, and it leads Rystrom right into his obviously favorite move tonight, that blast double. And Von Tersch has no answer for that. So Rystrom now leads 13-7 with about 25 seconds left to go. Rystrom's just going to look to ride him out. He's got a little crossface and so he's got him hold of Von Tersch's bicep on that other side, tricep on the other side. So he's trying to look to turn him, possibly, but Von Tersch gets called for stalling because he wasn't letting Rystrom do that. Von Tersch gets the escape here with 5 seconds to go, but it doesn't matter. Rystrom, another fireman's carry, and scores right at the buzzer to score 15-8,
Yeah.
7-point victory. It's just a decision, but Rystrom picks up the nice win, 15-8, to turn the team score to 36-24 with just one match to go. And so that victory locks up the team score. The Mustangs are going to win the duel against Denison here leading into this last match. And so Luis Chan is going to go for Denison, and Ethan Richardson will go for Shenandoah at 195.
And Richardson, 21-21, 8th at the Hawkeye 10. I'm really glad that Coach Roberts gave us these because I would have nothing to talk about if I didn't have these.
It's great. Getting into a little bit of rhythm here, too, with it. It's nice.
Yeah, you're doing great. You just keep it going. Keep it rolling.
Richardson gets the early takedown. What's it say about Richardson and this guy? Have they faced each other?
Richardson pinned him previously.
Oh, perfect. So Richardson upper hand against Chan here. Already with the early takedown, has to move his feet, keep spinning to keep control. About 30 seconds into the opening period for Richardson versus Luis Chan of Denison. So Richardson now just trying to break Chan down, and then he'll probably look to do something with some type of, tight waist ride or just break him down. So again, just trying to push him forward, maybe push all the way up into some type of half Nelson or an arm bar of some type. And so right here he's got his left wrist, and he was going to work into a right-handed half Nelson, but Chan was able to get his wrist back. So again, Richardson just breaks him down. About 40 seconds left to go in this opening period. Again, he's got a hold of his wrist. Pushes down on his head and lets go of the wrist. About 25 seconds left to go in this first period. Again, Richardson up 2-0. Now he drives into him using his legs, trying to push him to his back, possibly get back points. He's got to get rid of that elbow that Chan's leaning on. That's not going to be there. So now he's going to reach back for a half, and that's not there either. So now he's just going to ride him out for the last 7 seconds. We got 5 seconds left to go here in the first period. Richardson up 2-0. What are we doing? Yep. Denison, you're down. Richardson, you're on top. 5 seconds left to go here in this opening period. Just going to break him down, ride him out for this first period. So again, the team score, Shenandoah 36, Denison 24. And so the Mustangs are going to win this team duel. Pick up a nice win here at home. The only duel of the season here at home. Denison got the choice here to start the second period, and they choose neutral. So both the wrestlers start on their feet as we start the second period. Again, just some collar tie here. Move TJ's seen in WWE.
The collar and elbow
tie. Yeah. You got it. A move that TJ knows. So again, Richardson almost had a throw situation there, but gave up on it. Again, both wrestlers just kind of feeling each other out. About 1:15 left to go in this.
In a situation like this, is that sometimes where the referee will blow the whistle and reset them if they're just kind of both in a stalemate.
Yeah, if they're not doing anything, you might send them back to the middle and say, hey, wrestle. But we don't have the refs mic'd up like D1 wrestling. Sometimes you get to hear those guys telling them what to do, what's legal, what's not legal.
Some of those officials are awesome on the mat, man. They're on the ground and they're just sliding their feet while they're laying on their backs or on their stomachs, just sliding. Yeah. You ever seen that?
Yeah, super quick.
I know.
Super quick, super fast.
And these guys are doing a great job, too.
Yeah, down to about 40 seconds left to go here in the second period. Neither wrestler much action in this second period. Now Richard tries for a takedown, and Von Tersch catches him in a half, but Richardson's able to slide out of it. Now he's into a position where he's going to want to either elevate Von Tersch up or just work himself out of this position. And so now Von Tersch works that front headlock. Now we've got that over-under hook again, and Richardson was able to slide out of it. About 10 seconds left to go here in the second period. Good action there in the last little flurry there to end the second period, but not much wrestling there in the second period. So we'll head to the third period with Richardson up 2-0. Richardson's going to choose down.
Get that extra point, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully work himself out quickly. And both wrestlers will get back to their feet. Again, don't get broken down. You want to stand up. A lot of back pressure there by Chan, sorry. And Richardson's able to stand up and get his one, and then slides by and gets two. So quick 1 point escape, and then is able to just push Chan down and slide by for the 2 points. So Richardson now leads 5-0. 1:30 left to go here in the third period. So we'll see if Richardson tries to improve his position or not, just maybe ride him out, see if he can flatten him out and put him in a pinning combination. But right now, he needs to just return him to the mat. Just return him. Good trip there by Richardson. Good back pressure by Chan, but it was not able to recover far enough. Richardson back to his feet. Now he's going to put pressure. Good back pressure there by Chan. Was able to lean back into Richardson to get his escape. And so it's 5-1 with about a minute to go in the match. So we got 1 minute to go in this opening duel. Shenandoah versus Denison-Schleswig. Again, Shenandoah up 36-24 on the scoreboard team score, and Richardson up 5-1 in this match at 195 pounds. And so, TJ, you can cue the commercials here in a couple seconds. We'll be done with this duel. You'll be able to pay some bills, as you like to say, here in just about 30 seconds or so. Maybe recap this duel real quick and then move on to the duel between Shenandoah and Creston. So 30 seconds left to go. In that hand and head fighting by both wrestlers, about 20 seconds left. He's going to have to go for a big throw, and he doesn't. Richardson takes him to his back. We got about 7 seconds left. He's able to get quick 2 back points. He's going to win 9-1. That's more than 8. That's 8 or more, and so he gets 4 points for the major decision, and Shenandoah is going to walk away from this opening duel a 40-24 winner over Denison. So a couple big matches. Ethan Laughlin picks up a nice decision in his match. Jacob McGargle with a nice pin. Owen Laughlin with a pin. Hardy with a pin, or Hardy got the forfeit, and then Dickerson with the pin. Rystrom with a really nice match in his decision, and then Richardson picks up the win by major. So again, final score 40-24 for Shenandoah. TJ, your thoughts?
It was a lot of fun. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. It was nice to see. It was nice to see some of the kids that you know and you see, and you hear all about it, and you get to watch it in a 40-24 win, and it was nice to see some of these kids, do what you've been told that they can do. And that was a lot of fun, and I think the next matchup against Creston is going to be a lot of fun too. And placement at the Hawkeye 10. We finished 8th. Denison finished 7th, so maybe a little bit of revenge there. Denison beat us at the Hawkeye 10, but we come back and beat them in the duel tonight. Just kind of getting back there a little bit. Yeah, again, a lot of fun, like you said. And so we will take a quick break and come back with Shenandoah versus Creston here shortly.
Every inch of your body puts pressure on one place, your feet. So give your feet everything they could ask for by walking in to Brown Shoe Fit Shenandoah. Shoes for every occasion, boots for any situation, and above all, the right fit for you. After
And welcome back to Shenandoah High School, getting ready for our second duel of the night. And while we were out, you probably saw Lucas Sun and Owen Noakes both wrestle JV for Shenandoah. And now we'll move into the Shenandoah versus Creston duel. Before we do that, you also saw a video of our seniors, cheerleaders and managers for the wrestling program. No senior wrestler boys on the Shenandoah Mustangs wrestling team this year. So Maddie Dickerson, Jackie Onaveros, Elizabeth Rooker, Emma Olson, Caitlin Anderson, Vesta Bopp, all recognized here on senior night as we get ready for this Creston duel. TJ wanted me to mention, again, those youth wrestlers that are going to state AAU, 3rd through 8th graders. We mentioned them as a team. I'm going to read them off as individuals and tell you what weight and division they're going to wrestle at. So 3rd and 4th grade, 66 pounds, Turner Martin. He placed 2nd at districts this past weekend. At 94 pounds, Trevin Fuller placed 4th. Then in the 5th and 6th grade division, 60 pounds, Garrett Mather was the champion. At 86 pounds, Carter Wooten. At 103 pounds, 3rd place finisher Tyson Harris. 108 pounds, 2nd place finisher Blake Burdorf. At 148 pounds, Charlie Lyles. And then the 7th and 8th graders, Hayden Roush at 125 pounds, Carter Sells at 140, Lucas Major 145, 171 Jackson Simmer, 189 Quentin Goff, 215 Jaden Corcoran-Shiven, and the 215 champion was Will Burning. All of those Mustang wrestlers going to state here in a couple weeks. So now back to wrestling action. We start at heavyweight, 285, Stephen Perkins and Max Chapman for Creston.
Yeah, Chapman 41-10 coming into tonight. 3rd at sectionals last year, 2nd in the Hawkeye 10. Definitely a big challenge for Perkins.
Yeah, Chapman's ranked number 11 this year in Class 2A. Solid heavyweight wrestler for Creston. He gets the early takedown of Perkins. Perkins won by forfeit in the duel against Denison. And he finds himself on his back here to Chapman. And Chapman picks up the fall in 38 seconds. So Mustangs start down 6-0. Creston comes into this duel. They were the Hawkeye 10 champions this year. And they are coming off of a 5th place finish at state duels this past weekend. They went 2-1 at the state duels, and so very solid wrestling team for Creston. So Lane Travis picks up the forfeit at 106 pounds. We go to 113 pounds, where it will be Tyler Babe and Kylan Parsons for Creston.
Yeah, Babe won by forfeit, right? In the first duel, so this will be his first action. 15-15, 8th in the Hawkeye 10. Kylan Parson, another freshman, 31-24 on the year. 2-2 at the John J. Harris, and 5th in the Hawkeye 10. So it should be a good one.
Yeah, Kylan Parsons, very solid wrestler here. He comes into this matchup, like you said, 31-24. Very solid wrestler for the Panthers. Again, the Panthers, Hawkeye 10 champs, and with their dual victory over Denison earlier, 62-15, I think that wrapped up their Hawkeye 10 individual dual championship as well. And so very solid program from the Creston wrestlers. And so Parsons puts Babe on his back here about 45 seconds into this first period. So he's just going to readjust and try to get to a spot where he can get the fall. Babe's trying his best to turn his hips over and pull his shoulder back, but is unable to hold it off much longer. So a 57-second pin by Parsons makes it a quick 18-0 lead for Creston. Move to 120 pounds. Again, 120 pounds is going to be open for Shenandoah. So Christian Ahrens is going to pick up the forfeit victory for Creston. So Creston now up 24-0. At 126 pounds, we're going to get Ethan Laughlin. Let's see if he goes to see what we do here. Looks like at 126 pounds, Laughlin's going to go and check in.
Be Lincoln Keeler, I believe. Is that who's going for Creston?
Creston didn't have a wrestler ready. Now it looks like they're going to.
It should be a good matchup with Laughlin 5th in the Hawkeye 10 and Keeler, the Hawkeye 10 champ, and the John Harris champ. If that's who Creston's going with.
Yeah, we'll wait for his name to be announced.
Be a good test for Laughlin here.
Wrestling 126 for Creston, Broderick Phelps.
Broderick Phelps is the wrestler for Creston.
Everything I just said didn't matter.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, so this is Broderick Phelps wrestling for Creston here. So Laughlin picked up a decision win in the duel against Denison. And we don't have any information about Broderick. We don't have any information about Broderick here. So,
but he's going to get some airtime.
Yeah, so I guess I could look at their roster. Maybe I have that. Broderick Phelps. He's 24-17 according to Track Wrestling coming into tonight.
So pretty comparable records between the two.
So that 24-17 probably includes some JV matches, I would assume, since he's not the regular starter for Creston. So we're about a minute into this 126-pound matchup with Ethan Laughlin versus Broderick Phelps of Creston. So Laughlin 2-on-1, trying to get a little slide by action possibly, but he's got to get Phelps off of his arm. Again, just hand fighting. Phelps trying to do a little trip action, nothing there. And so Ethan Laughlin just pushes him out of bounds, tried for the double leg takedown, but runs out of room. And so they go back to the middle with 30 seconds left to go here in this first period. Creston Phelps reaches for Laughlin's left leg, wasn't able to maintain his grip, and so in that little tie up, and Laughlin tries to drop in on a single, doesn't get it. Now he's in a front headlock by Phelps. See if Phelps can improve his position, or Laughlin can keep his leg back long enough to get out of this with 5 seconds left. We're going to go into the second period 0-0, Laughlin and Phelps.
Got a stalemate going on.
Yeah. Not much happening there in the first period. Red defers, so Laughlin gets the choice of second period, and he chooses down. So he feels like he can get out from underneath Phelps and get his escape point, or maybe even try to turn into him and get a reversal. Phelps kind of catches Laughlin and is in on a little armbar action, but he's going to come up too high, and Laughlin's going to kind of shuck him by and push through. Reaches back for that head. Creston Phelps able to reach back, but Laughlin able to get the escape. About 30 seconds into the second period, Laughlin leads 1-0. So again, go back into that 2-on-1 that Laughlin uses here. Again, tries to elevate that and get Phelps off of his far arm. Try to get a little slide by action, so he's going to try to push the Creston kid past him, try to lull him in and slide by and then come around the back side. Yeah, Red gets called for stalling. He backs out from the circle as he was just holding on to Laughlin. Laughlin pushes him out. Laughlin now dives in on a single. His first action moves to a double. And there he goes, picks up Creston's double, and he's going to knock the wind out of the Creston wrestler possibly there. Didn't land on his hip, landed on his back.
So that will not count as a takedown.
He did not. Yeah, they did not give him the takedown there on the blast double. Laughlin didn't keep moving his feet. He just dropped him straight down instead of driving all the way through and pushing all the way through that move. And so ends up with Phelps on his back and just knocks the wind out of him. So they'll run injury time, which you can't see. Yeah, so we'll take a quick time out and we'll come right back here as they start injury time.
This very moment, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon is on his way to a newly remodeled surgical suite where he'll scrub up and dress into infection-free equipment and begin a surgery to give his patient a replacement knee. With the help of a knowledgeable staff and the latest technology, he'll give this man hope for a normal life again without walking in pain. These are the things that happen here every day. The new surgical center at Shenandoah Medical Center. Your health is our mission.
Coming back. Me? I'm back on? Oh, thanks. Thanks for the warning, TJ.
I pointed at you.
So Phelps is back up, sitting up. Again, maybe got the wind knocked out of him as Laughlin got in on the double leg and lifted and dropped Phelps right to his back with Laughlin's shoulder right in his gut. And so Phelps is going to take second and then going to stand back up, hopefully. Jake Johnson, Shenandoah trainer. Thanks to Shenandoah Medical Center for providing Jake for all of our home varsity events and some of our away events as well. And so Phelps, again, up on his feet. And they cut the injury time. We can't see that. That's down on the track wrestling computer down at the scores table. So they both go to their feet. Again, Laughlin had the takedown if he would have been able to continue to drive through, but wasn't able to finish the move. And so 1-0, still about 50 seconds left to go in this second period. Laughlin able to kind of defend the slide-by move by Phelps, and now Phelps is going to elevate Laughlin. Laughlin keeps a hold of his ankle, so no takedown yet. No potentially dangerous yet either, but we're watching the knee, and so they end up calling a stalemate there. So the situation there, TJ, Laughlin grabs onto his foot from the backside to make sure that he doesn't get the takedown, but then in that process, as the Creston guy tries to improve his position, he's kind of cranking on his own knee. And so a potentially dangerous situation, but it ended up being a stalemate first. So both guys back on their feet, 1-0 with about 20 seconds left to go here in the second period.
I'm learning so much. This
right?
is great.
You're going to go back and rewatch it and continue to learn. And by the time the state tournament rolls around here in a couple weeks, you are going to be ready to go.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing nobody asks me to call that. But I will say though, Laughlin did a really good job. The wrestler for Creston about dumped him there with about 30 seconds, and then Laughlin did a good job of keeping his base about him and coming around and fighting out of it.
Yeah. And so Phelps, he chooses down to start the third period. Again, Laughlin leads 1-0. Laughlin trying to break Phelps down, and again, Laughlin trying to get a little wrist ride action here, and so he's trying to get that wrist in tight to Phelps' stomach. And then once he gets it there, then he's able to turn him and get a tilt or even slide up and get a chicken wing. So you can see Laughlin trying to get his hand in there on that left arm. And so he's trying to get that real tight. And now he switches off to chicken wing on the right side, and he's going to run him over. And this is a pinning combination if Laughlin just keeps moving his feet, and he does. He runs Phelps all the way over as he switched off into that right-handed chicken wing. And so now he just needs to settle back. He needs to get his weight back towards Phelps' left shoulder. If he's able to kind of move it back to chest with about a minute to go. Otherwise, he can just sit there if he wants. But Laughlin now trying to improve, getting back, changes where his right arm is, and now he's going to reach back and lift Phelps' head. And he's going to settle in. He's going to get the pin. Good job by Laughlin being patient in that move. He couldn't get the chicken wing in on the other side, worked it all the way back to his right side, and then once he got Phelps to his back, he just had to settle in and be patient and eventually improve his position. And Laughlin picks up the victory via fall. So that gives Shenandoah their first points on the board. So the score 24-6 by Creston.
Yeah, it was a really patient move. Like you said, them Laughlin boys are pretty good wrestlers.
So now we move on. 138 again. Shenandoah open, or 132. Sorry, Shenandoah's open. Trey Chestnut picks up the victory, and then again at 138. Again, 138 double forfeit. at 138. So the score stays 30 to 20 or 30 to 6 as both sides take a forfeit.
And this is one of the matches I was circling when we got the sheets here. I'm pretty excited to see this one.
Yeah, 145 pounds, Jacob McGargle versus Chris Aragon.
And they met up at Riverside earlier in the year, and Aragon actually beat McGargle 5-4 in that one.
Yeah, he's beat McGargle twice, actually.
At the Hawkeye 10 finals.
Yeah, pinned him at Riverside, and then it was a 5-4 match just a weekend ago at the Hawkeye 10. So, solid matchup here. Aragon 38-10, McGargle 36-13. 37-13 after his pin in the first matchup tonight. So, like TJ said, these guys met up at the Hawkeye 10 just a couple weeks ago, and Aragon picked up the victory 5-4 in that Hawkeye 10 championship match. So, expect a good match here. So, Aragon gets in on McGargle's right leg, and again, McGargle trying now as Aragon elevates McGargle's leg. Very good job of fighting back through that and getting his base back by pushing and maintaining his balance. So about 45 seconds left to go here in this opening period. Like TJ said, this is a marquee matchup tonight, a matchup that everybody kind of wanted to see, as it's a replay of the Hawkeye 10 championship match between Chris Aragon, a senior from Creston, and Jacob McGargle, freshman from Shenandoah. About 25 seconds left to go in this opening period. Aragon had gotten that one shot in on McGargle's right leg, but McGargle held his position and was able to get it back. And so now, with about 15 seconds left to go in this first period, just a lot of hand fighting. Now Aragon switches off to that 2-on-1 and trying to improve his position. And we'll go to the second period, 0-0. So again, good match.
Would you say it's hard to beat the same guy 3 times? You know, like they say in football, they say it's hard to beat the same team 3 times. Is that the same still apply in wrestling?
I mean, it looks like these guys have had a couple battles this year, and so I'm sure we're looking at a situation where McGargle feels like he continues to improve all season long and feels like he's right in there with the senior from Creston. So Aragon got the choice, and he picked down to start the second period. So McGargle starts on top, trying to work in a little arm bar as he pushes Aragon to the far side of the mat. Again, he's got a little arm bar action, trying to get that overhook in to drive Aragon over. Nothing really there. Aragon maintaining his balance, so McGargle just drives him off the mat. 1:25 left to go here in the second period. Again, McGargle, 36-13 on the season, has had a really nice freshman campaign. Aragon, a senior, is able to slide out from underneath McGargle. 1:10 left to go in the first period, and Aragon gets the first point of the match. So he leads 1-0. Aragon drives in. McGargle able to block that with an underhook with his left hand. Again, both guys moving their feet, trying to see what space they can get on each other. Both lead with their right leg a lot. Leave it out there hanging for each other to grab. And again, Aragon right there able to reach McGargle's right leg. Gets the trip. McGargle keeps the whizzer in. Was able to defend it. Aragon
really good job by McGargle to avoid that takedown.
Yeah, did a really good job of sliding his arm back and defending that move. And so now we got about 15 seconds left to go here in the second period. Down to about 5 seconds. Aragon in on McGargle's right leg. McGargle sprawls back, able to get his hips back under him, and is able to defend that move again. And we'll go to the third period. Again, Aragon still up 1-0.
But you face the guy 3 times, and all he's really doing is shooting for a single leg. I don't know a lot about wrestling, but you watch it a little bit, and he's faced him twice. You got to figure he's worked on that over the last week or so.
Yeah, he probably knows what move he's going to come with and how to defend it. So McGargle chooses down to start the third period. He gets a quick escape 10 seconds into the third period. It's now 1-1. So McGargle needs to probably, again, continue to defend that right leg. The one with the sleeve on it is the one that Aragon has shot at both times, and he shoots at it again. And this time he's able to complete it as he's able to go from that single into a double and drive through. McGargle ends up down.
Now McGargle's going to start down.
Yep, so he's going to start down 3-1 with 1:27 left to go in this third period. So again, McGargle's going to have to work out quickly.
Sets up perfectly for him. Get the escape and then get a takedown. Win it 4-3.
Yeah. Are you calling it?
Sure. I hope so. That'd be great.
Let's see it happen.
Will I speak it into existence?
Right, just like in basketball. So again, Aragon elevating McGargle's right leg. Going to try to trip, so we're going to probably get a stall in here in about 2 seconds. Nope. He's able to get him back, and so we're going to get off the mat. So 1:05 left to go here in the third period. McGargle's going to have to get a takedown, and if you can't see the lower right-hand corner of the mat, but Jacob's little brother just ran out on the mat, and Dad got the takedown.
He's going to try to help out brother.
Yeah, Dad got the quick takedown down in the corner.
Yeah, it's go time now for
so
McGargle. Got to find a way out.
Yeah, 50 seconds left. So McGargle's going to need to stand up, then turn in. Good job by McGargle. He gets the 1-point escape.
All right, winning time now. It's takedown time.
Yep, now 3-2. Aragon leads with about 35 seconds left to go. So again, McGargle's going to have to shoot himself here and try to drive through. 30 seconds now. And so McGargle's trying to stuff the head and spin around.
Find your best move here. Find your best move. Shoot your shot. Shoot your shot.
Crowd gets
15 seconds.
into it. McGargle gets in on a leg. See if he's able to elevate this. Move it to a double. He's going to drive through. And 2 with 5 seconds left. Excellent wrestling by McGargle. And McGargle is going to win by a score of 4-3. TJ with his first wrestling call. And he gets the victory. 4-3 here tonight in front of his hometown crowd. McGargle gets the revenge of the Hawkeye 10 championship match. Great wrestling by both Aragon and McGargle. McGargle picks up the victory and gets 3 points for the Mustangs.
That was awesome.
Fun stuff, TJ.
That was awesome.
Congratulations on your first call.
Spoke it into existence.
You did it.
And good for him. That was fun. That was a good matchup. Redeeming a couple of losses. You get pinned right away there at Riverside. Then it's a 1-point loss at the Hawkeye 10. Come back with a 1-point win here.
Hey, Jake, turn all the music off, bud.
Now we got another one here. Another really good matchup coming up.
Another one. Owen Laughlin against Milo Staver. You got a preview of it? You got a preview of this match?
Yeah, Staver, 42, put on a lot of weight. 5th at Riverside. He and Laughlin have not wrestled yet, so this is their first matchup. And Laughlin, we know what he's done and what he's capable of. Should be a good one here. 42-12 against 42-5. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, marquee matchup is what it says on our sheet from Coach Roberts. He says this one's a good one. So
does it really say it? Oh, this is a marquee matchup.
It says it right there.
That's what it says.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah,
we got to give him some cookies or something. I don't know if he likes cookies.
So Staver got 3rd at the Hawkeye 10. Again, Laughlin, Hawkeye 10 champion. So a good matchup here. Staver, a junior, like TJ said, he was a JV wrestler a year ago.
At 126, so, going up 26 pounds. I'm not great on the weight classes, but what is that, 4?
Yeah, hit a growth spurt. 126 to 152. That's
4 weight classes?
Yeah, 5 weight classes. Yeah. So, big growth spurt for Staver. And so we're about 45 seconds left to go in this opening period between Laughlin and Staver at 152 pounds. Again, Creston leads the team, score 36-9. And Creston's the Hawkeye 10 champs and went to state duels and placed 5th this past weekend. And their dual record makes them the Hawkeye 10 dual team champions as well. But some exciting matches tonight. Some really good matchups throughout the night between Denison and Creston, and then Shenandoah and Denison, and now Shenandoah and Creston. It's about 15 seconds left to go in this opening period. Again, no score. Creston with the little slide by. Now he's going to elevate Laughlin's leg. Laughlin tries to keep the crossface in. Laughlin slides down himself to his own takedown, but unable to complete it. Laughlin was locking up a cradle right there. If you gave him about 15 more seconds, that might have ended.
That might have been curtains.
Yeah. So Red's choice. Creston chooses bottom to start the second period, 0-0. Staver 42-14. Laughlin 41-5. Again, first and third in the Hawkeye 10 tournament. And so Laughlin now he does gets the cradle locked up this time, and so now he's going to try to improve his position to a point where he can lean back or go all the way over the top. Nope, he's going to try to roll him. So he can either come all the way back or he's going to go over the top of his own shoulders in this move. Laughlin trying to, again, improve his position here. He's got his hands locked in this pinning combination. He breaks the lock, and Staver unable to turn Staver there, but Laughlin continues to ride him out. Minute 15. Yep, now he throws him all the way to his back. Excellent move there by Laughlin. He's able to get back points here. 1 minute left to go in this second period. Laughlin's going to have to readjust. Staver able to fight through it. And so Laughlin gets 3. Yep, so 3 for Laughlin. Was able to get him all the way to his back, elevated the back leg, and had a half Nelson on him there. And so now Staver's up to his feet, gets the escape. 35 seconds left to go in this second period. Laughlin leads 3-1. So now we got double underhooks there. Creston tries to step through. Staver tries to step through to a single. Not there. And so now Laughlin trying to improve his own position. Able to step back out of that. 15 seconds left to go in this second period. 10 seconds. Good snap down by Laughlin and comes around the backside and gets 2. That's those points at the end of periods, again, TJ, really important.
They seem like they are.
Yeah, really big time scoring there by Laughlin, able to get the snap down and go behind.
And he's done that twice. It seems like that's a move for him.
Yep.
Like Aragon had to really going for the single leg. That seems like that's kind of a move for Laughlin, where he just snaps down and slides across.
Yep, the snap down, go around.
Oh, that's that what it's called?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's called snap down, go around?
Yeah.
Never mind.
That's what we're going to call it.
Okay.
Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong.
Let us know, guys.
I don't really care.
That's cool. At least it's catchy.
Yeah.
It rhymes.
Snap down, go around. So we go to the third period. Laughlin leading 5-1. 1:45 left to go in this third period. Stalling Red because he didn't take Laughlin right back down to the mat. And so Laughlin's able to get the escape. So Laughlin again stuffing the head. Laughlin leads 6-1. He needs to get his hit back there. He's a little bit too high to do anything besides get his hands back, and so it ends up being called a stalemate. So we'll go back to center. 1:09 left to go in this third period. Laughlin leads 6-1 over Staver. Again, number 1 versus number 3 in the Hawkeye 10 tournament this past 2 weekends ago. And Staver really good on that right hand underhook, something that he feels comfortable in. Laughlin now having to work through and just tie that up. Laughlin tries for the headlock, and snap down, it's not going to be there. And so now Creston's got position, and if he can return Laughlin to the mat, he's going to get 2. Laughlin's going to try to work himself out of it. So now we're going to call potentially dangerous as Laughlin tried to elevate Staver's leg. So 6-1, 36 seconds left to go in this third period. Some good action by both Laughlin and Staver. And now Staver's headgear is broken. And so we're going to get some replacement headgear here. If he gets snapped, like it maybe. Gets it. Super tight looking. Squeezing his head. So Staver and Laughlin, 30 seconds left to go. Laughlin again up 6-1. Staver gets in on the single leg, tries to move to a double. Laughlin reaches through and has his hands locked. He's going to try to work to a stalemate position here. If he can just squeeze that down, if he can keep his hands locked. Staver is the one who has to improve the position here. And he gives him 2, and Laughlin bails out with 10 seconds left. He still leads 6-3 with 5 seconds left, and Laughlin is going to pick up the decision victory here for Shenandoah. So 6-3, Laughlin picks up the victory. Now 36-12, the score, Creston over Shenandoah. We're going to move to 160 pounds. 160 pounds. Mark Hardy for Shenandoah is going to wrestle Luke Travis from Creston.
There's a name that's not on my list.
No Luke Travis. I'm going to go to my backup sheet here. Luke Travis.
But I do have Mark Hardy, 11-20 on the year, second year wrestling, so seen some improvement from year 1 to year 2, and should be a good match.
Yeah, Luke Travis is 24-17 at 152 pounds. This year, probably mostly JV action again. And he gets the quick takedown over Hardy. So he leads 2-0, 10 seconds into the match. Hardy gets the escape. This looks like it's going to be a high-intensity match. Two guys that...
a lot of action so far.
Yeah, we're 20 seconds in, and we're already 2-1, and Travis is already back in on another takedown opportunity, elevating Hardy, and they go into the cheerleaders down there on the edge of the mat, and we'll go back to the middle. 30 seconds into the match, Travis leads 2-1 over Mark Hardy. Again, Hardy at 11-22 junior on the season. And Hardy's only in his second year of wrestling. Had never wrestled before last year, so tried something different out, and so he's trying wrestling. Travis with another takedown. He's up 4-1. We're not even to the halfway point of the first period. Travis up 4-1. So again, Travis trying to improve his position. Trying to break Hardy down. Again, you don't want your head on the mat. So now Hardy needs to stand up, get his ankle back, stand up. Nope, he tried a little switch there. Nothing there. Now Travis has got the cradle locked in, but and no back points there. Good job by Hardy not to reach back in that situation. He would have put himself in a bad spot, but he's able to break the hands. So no back points for Travis. But Travis is able to break Hardy back down to the mat. 14, 13, 12, 10 seconds left to go in the first period. In that tight wrist ride to break Hardy back down. We're going to go to the second period. Travis up 4-1 over Mark Hardy.
A couple of opportunities it looked like for him to get out of there and at least get an escape point there, but a really good job by Creston to just hang on. Just relentless. Hardy was trying to get away, and he just kept going.
Yeah. So Travis starts on the bottom here in the second period. Hardy's going to do his best to keep him down. Little trip action, not there, and Travis is able to step out, and he now leads 5-1. So back on their feet, Again, we had quick action in the first 30 seconds. The action's kind of slowed here, but good job there by Hardy. Good, that stuff the head, go around move that we've seen from a couple other Shenandoah wrestlers. Really good job there by Hardy to stuff Travis's head and come around the backside for the takedown. So it's 5-3 now. Travis leads over Hardy. And so Hardy lets him go, both on their feet. 6-3 now in favor of Creston. Travis is able to reach through and get a leg, and he's going to get a takedown to extend his lead to 8-3. About a minute left to go here in the second period. Travis of Creston over Hardy of Shenandoah at 160 pounds. So Hardy will go back to the middle. He'll be down the start on the restart here. Again, Luke Travis leads 8-3. Hardy tried to do the quick switch on the whistle, not there, so now he's going to have to work himself back up. Good tight wrist ride there. He's going to be able to get Hardy on his back to get 2 quick tilt points, back points for Travis. Extends his lead to 10-3. Here now, Travis with the cross face. Not there, so he's going to go back to the wrist ride. Going to ride that over. Arm bar now for Travis. He'll stand up. Mark Hardy trying to stand up and get his one here to end the period. 1 point to end the period. Again, end of the period points make a difference in how some of these matches go. And so Hardy will start on the bottom. He chooses bottom here to start the third period, down 10-4. So Hardy tried the quick switch, wasn't there, and so he's going to have to bail out of that. 1:40 left to go in the third period. And he's going to have to work himself back up to his feet, get the escape, and then he's going to have to go for a big throw. Try to throw Travis right to his back. Locked hands is the call that you're seeing by the referee, and so that's going to be a point in favor of Hardy when the ref blows his whistle. So Hardy's going to get a point for the escape, and he's going to get a point for the technical violation. So what happened with Travis is that as he was trying to keep Hardy down, his hands either touched or completely grabbed his hands around Hardy. Can't do that without a leg or an arm or in a pinning combination when you're on top. And so technical violation for Creston leads to another point. So we're got about a minute left to go in this period. 10-6 in favor of the Creston wrestler, Travis. So Hardy's going to have to go for something big here. He's going to have to get some energy and go with 40 seconds left. Travis again in on the leg. Hardy's going to have to try to keep that out of there. He's able to for a second, but Travis is able to come around, stuff Hardy's head, and come around for the 2 points. So a good switch opportunity, but doesn't come through there. If he would have caught that, he might have been able to drive Travis to his back. 15 seconds left to go in this third period. Again, 160 pounds, about 5 seconds left. Travis is going to pick up the victory by decision, 12-6 over Hardy, and extend Creston's lead to 39-12. So we're going to move on to 170 pounds. 170 pounds, Jaden Dickerson versus Caden Street.
Yeah, this is another one. Should be really good. Street, a senior, 44-7 coming in. Beat Jaden, looks like in the semis at 170 last year. The sectional semis, 9-5. Should be a really good matchup here at 170.
Yeah, the Dickersons have had to wrestle this kid a lot. So Jaden now wrestling at 107 pounds. Logan Dickerson wrestled him last year a couple times. And so Jaden with the opportunity here to drive through, doesn't get it. Again, Caden Street, 44-7, a senior, versus Jaden Dickerson, 39-8, sophomore, in this matchup at 170 pounds. Like TJ said, Street beat Jaden 9-5 earlier this year.
Oh, well then I read that wrong.
Is that what it says?
I don't know.
I don't know. It kind of jumps lines on us. So again, Jaden had an opportunity there to possibly score, doesn't get it. Street's able to work himself out. Street, long, lanky 170-pounder. Has some long arms and long legs. Again, Dickerson in again. Tries to switch off to a double, but Street able to fend it off again. But Jaden now has felt it twice where he's been in on a leg. Street now with the underhook. Now Jaden dives in on the other leg. Street again, good job of fending that off. About 30 seconds left to go here in this opening period, 0-0. Jaden Dickerson versus Caden Street. Again, Street third at the Hawkeye 10, and Dickerson fifth at the Hawkeye 10 tournament just a couple weeks ago. Again, Dickerson in on that leg again. This time, Street not able to get an arm in all the way, but he's able to hip out of that. Keep driving. Dickerson tries for the trip, not there. And both wrestlers end up back on their feet, and we've got no score at the end of one, but some really good action there by Dickerson. In on his leg probably 4 different times.
Yeah, just couldn't quite close the deal. He was on the offensive quite a bit, which is good to see.
Yeah, again, Street just able to kind of defend it off because of his length versus Dickerson. So Dickerson will start on the bottom here to start the second period. Again, 0-0, 170 pounds. Creston leads the team duel 39-12. So Jaden Dickerson trying to work himself out from the bottom. Trying to get an escape point here. Again, Street, because of his length, and just has a little bit of an advantage lengthwise. And so if he's able to get in on Jaden's wrist, which he's able to do, he's able to use quite a bit of his core body strength to keep Dickerson down. So Dickerson's going to have to get his head up off the mat and get some back pressure up into Street and then work off of that wrist. So here we go. Dickerson trying. There you go. Got his head up, got that back pressure off of him, and is able to get the escape. We've got about 1 minute left to go here in the second period. 1-0 Dickerson. Really good action there by Dickerson to get his head up off the mat and stand up and break free from Street. So now we'll see if Dickerson can use, again, that offensive explosion. Tried to go in on that leg again. Just not there, so Street's kind of in a front headlock position, but good job by Dickerson to slide by. Ooh, that was really close on the edge, but again, 50% of each person's body out in high school wrestling, not going to score.
That was really close. That was very close to a two-pointer right there.
So really good action there by Dickerson. Again, you can tell Dickerson has the more offensive moves currently to Street. So again, about 20 seconds left to go here in the second period. Dickerson still leads 1-0. So Dickerson, a little 2-on-1 action. Again, tries to dive for that far leg. Not there. 4 seconds left. We're going to go to the third period. Dickerson leading 1-0. And so I'm going to assume that Street's going to choose down. He chooses down, so he's going to try to get his point back by escape. So see if Dickerson can ride him out here for a little while, break him down. Good job by Dickerson to put Street's head down on the mat. Again, he's going to try to keep breaking Street down going forward. If he has to lift up an ankle, he can do that. Street trying to get a little switch action here. Dickerson's going to have to come up to stay out of a position where Street can come all the way across. Dickerson does a really good job there of coming up the body there, kept a really tight wrist ride or waist ride on, and was able to improve his position as Street tried to get the switch. And so Dickerson, again, still leads 1-0, 1:25 left to go in this third period. So again, Dickerson's going to try to break Street down. Keep him, if he can push him forward and keep Street off of his knees. Again, Street's length is a problem. And so he's able to get that escape there. And so still green action is what the ref says. So still green position. So he's saying that Street could get a potential reversal here. So now he gives Street the 1. So now Street in on the front headlock on Dickerson. Dickerson again dives in there on the leg. Not there, but Dickerson again with the little stuff of the head. But Street's length, Street's length causing Dickerson problems. But again, 35 seconds left to go as Dickerson tries to push Street out of bounds. They come back in. Down to 25 seconds. Stalling red. He's not trying to improve and get off the mat and come back to center. So 15 seconds left to go here. Again, Dickerson with the better shots, but Street with the length. Now Street with the underhook on the right side. 8 seconds left. This match is going to go to overtime. We're going to get our first overtime match of the night. TJ, you know anything about overtime rules?
Nope.
Okay, we're going to wrestle for a minute. And if either guy scores here in this minute, they're the winner.
First to score.
First to score.
So it's a sudden death situation.
Yep.
All
First
right.
to score wins it.
Well, that generally, the way this match has gone, it would be in favor of Dickerson because he's the only one really with any offensive moves so far.
Right, if Dickerson could just complete a shot here. But again, Street's length is a lot to get through. Dickerson has had a couple good moves, a couple good shots, and then stuff the head and try to do the go behind, but hasn't been able to complete it because of Street's arm length. He's able to block Dickerson, so here's Street on the underhook. Now he's going to try to reach for that far side leg of Dickerson. 20 seconds left to go. Dickerson tries to go in for the trip, and Street now has the ability to elevate Dickerson's leg. Dickerson with the whizzer, he's able to try to keep him out, and they're out of bounds. No points because Dickerson was able to keep his arm in, and so he wasn't able to complete the takedown there. And so we got 7 seconds left in this overtime. Dickerson with a quick dive in for the takedown, and we're going to run out of time. So now we're going to go to double overtime.
Do I have a double overtime icon? No, I don't.
So we're just going to keep it in overtime. So now we're going to flip it. We're going to flip the coin, and you're going to get a choice. And we're going to wrestle 30 seconds. And we're not done at the end of this 30 seconds. So Street chooses down, and we're going to wrestle for 30 seconds. We're going to wrestle for 30 seconds. And whatever the score is after this 30 seconds, then Dickerson's going to get to be down, and we're going to wrestle for another 30 seconds. So here we go. Overtime.
Good old-fashioned Johnny Brook.
Yeah, double overtime here. Little Granby roll there by Street. And Dickerson's going to end up with back points. He's going to get a back count. He gets a 2 count for sure. Nope, it was 2-1 counts, and now it's a reversal. So he did not get back points. It was 2-1 counts, not a 3 count, and so he did not get back points. And so now Dickerson finds himself down 3-1. No, that's a 4. And actually, I don't know if the overtime rules And to be honest with you, I don't even know if it is 30-second rideouts or not. It might be just a 30-second overtime, which is what the college rule is now. So we'll see. We're gonna both learn something here in about 9 seconds. So Dickerson now on the bottom, 3-1. Tries to get the switch, nothing. Yep, so we are going to do 30-second rideout. So I was right. That's good.
You're the best wrestling play-by-play guy this side
And
of the Mississippi.
So actually Green chooses neutral. Green chooses neutral.
So he's here to shoot his shot.
And so he's going to shoot. What we need from Dickerson. So he got choice in the second overtime. Dickerson's going to have to go. He's got 15 seconds left here. Again, Street's length is just a lot to try to work through for Dickerson. Again, have to take a long shot. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. He's going to run out of time, and Street's going to win in double overtime. 3-1. That's excellent. That's excellent wrestling there by both wrestlers. Dickerson did an excellent job. He was on the offensive the whole match. Did the best he could to try to fight through Street's length. Just not enough there. And he loses by decision in double overtime. And so Creston improves their score to 42 points to 12 for the Mustangs. And so we move to 182 pounds where we're going to have Jacob Rystrom versus Jagger Luther.
Sectional runner-up and third in districts at 195 last year. 27-16 coming in tonight is Luther. Rystrom won his first matchup here against Denison, so should be a pretty good matchup here. Good test for Rystrom.
Yeah, good match coming up here. So again, Rystrom won by forfeit in the duel against. He won by
decision.
By decision, yeah, against Denison. And so Jagger Luther for Creston, again, 27-16 junior. Was fifth at the Hawkeye 10, and like we said, against Denison, Rystrom did not wrestle at the Hawkeye 10 tournament this year due to injury. So about 1:15 left to go here in the opening period at 182 pounds. We've got what do we got left, Brody? Two matches.
Just one left that'll actually be a match. It looks
right,
like.
And then we'll have
at 195.
Yeah, and then the 220 will have a forfeit.
Yep.
So Rystrom in on a leg, not able to complete the takedown, and so Jagger Luther is able to spin around and get his own 2 points. So 45 seconds left to go here in the first period. Creston leads 2-0. And the team score 42-12. Creston has that locked up on the night. Really good move there by Luther as he sucked Rystrom back into him and then pulled him back onto his back. Again, he's going to have to improve his own position to get the fall. Rystrom doing a good job of bridging out. Still 25 seconds, though, left in this opening period. It's going to be a hard ride. Nope, and the ref gives the pin to Luther. So Luther picks up the fall over Rystrom. Again, improves Creston's score to 48-12. And we'll go to 195 pounds where Ethan Richardson will wrestle Gunnar Martwick.
So Martwick, 28-19, actually pinned Richardson at the Hawkeye 10, placed fifth, and Richardson ending up finishing 8th at the Hawkeye 10. So they have met before, and it was Martwick coming away with the pin. We'll see if Richardson can flip the script here.
Yeah. So see what Richardson can do. He won by major decision against Denison earlier tonight, and so Ethan Richardson against Gunnar Martwick of Creston. 195 pounds. This will be the last contested match of the night. Shenandoah will be open at 220 pounds. So last match of the night. TJ, thoughts about the night of our first dual action?
It's been a lot of good action tonight. Guys working hard. It's been for my first experience. I mean, not calling it. I've pretty much just been sitting here reading off a piece of paper. You've been doing a really good job, but the kids are working hard.
Excellent wrestling by both the Mustangs and Creston Denison tonight.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell Creston, the cream of the crop here in the Hawkeye 10, and we're holding our own, but they're just a good team.
Yeah, Richardson coming out the backside here. He got taken down and then got the reversal. Almost had a chance to take Martwick to his back. But yeah, like you said, Creston definitely has a staunch lineup that very competitive. Like we said, they got 5th at state duels, so you know that they are a very quality team of wrestlers. So we got about 20 seconds left to go here in this opening period. Richardson and Martwick tied at 2. Richardson does a good job of returning Martwick to the mat, pushing his head down, and he's going to ride him out here for the end of this first period. Getting tied 2-2 as we go to the second period. Creston gets the choice. He defers. And Richard will choose bottom for the start of the second period. Martwick goes straight to the ankle and breaks Richardson down. Now he's got an arm bar in, so he's going to try to run Richardson over. Richardson, good job by Richardson to get his right hand back, not be wrist rolled into that. Again, Martwick goes straight to the ankle and picks him up and pushes him out. So they return to center. 1:38 left to go here in the second period. Caution green is called.
So what was that caution for?
So he didn't come set and stay set while the ref told red to come on top. He must have slipped forward after he had gotten set. So if you get 3 of those on the 4th one, it's a point. So unlike a stall call.
It's not 3 strikes you're out, it's 4 strikes you're out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's why it's not baseball.
Right. It's wrestling.
That's right.
So Richardson works to his feet, trying to get his escape here. Doesn't get it. Tried to go through for a quick throw there. We're halfway through the second period. Martwick still on top. Scores tied 2-2. This match. Richardson this time does roll through, and he gets the 2-point reversal, and he's getting back points. Excellent move there by Richardson. Now he improves his position. Should have held it for 1 more second. Would have gotten 3 back points. He gets 2, though. So Richardson gets the reversal and the back point. So he's up 6-2. He's up 6-2. Drives him out of bounds. Excellent job by Richardson to return Martwick to the mat. So good job.
Really good roll through. That was pretty clever.
Yeah, excellent move there by Richardson to roll through, and then ended up sticking Martwick on his back, getting the reversal and 2 back points. So 6-2. 30 seconds left to go in this second period. Richardson leads. And so he needs to break him down. Good job. He's got a hold of his wrist, which is a good place to be. Excellent job there by Richardson to break Martwick back down to the mat. So we're down to 10 seconds to go in this second period. Excellent job riding out here by Richardson. And he's going to go to the third period up 6-2. So Creston gets the choice, and he's going to choose neutral to start the third period. So he doesn't feel like he wants to be under Richardson anymore. So he says, I'll go neutral here and see if we can't score from our feet. So again, third period, Richardson leads 6-2. You want to keep wrestling in this situation. Don't want to give up here. Want to keep wrestling through it. Richardson wants to improve his position, possibly get another takedown. And not able to there, kind of lost his balance. No score, a lot of action, but no scoring. And now Richardson, he could have turned that back in, would have put Martwick on his back again for points, but no points scored. Good action, but no points on the edge there for Richardson. So they go back to center, a minute 20 left to go in this third period. So Richardson kind of on the underhook there, doesn't feel comfortable there, so he pushes Martwick away. And we're down to 1 minute remaining in this third period. Richardson again leads 6-2. Final match of the night between Shenandoah and Creston. Excellent job by Richardson to stuff that head and get the go around again. 8-2 now in favor of Richardson. Again, breaks Martwick back down to the mat and is trying to get a little chicken wing armbar in there. He's going to try to roll through. But he needs the wrist ride on the other side and has to break down Martwick's other arm. And so now he's going to roll that wrist back in, hopefully. 30 seconds to go. He's going to switch off to the other wrist. And so now we're going to get a ride out here by Richardson. He doesn't have to improve his position, really. Doesn't have to go for the pin. He's winning 8-2. And so he's got to roll that wrist back under Martwick. 10 seconds left. And Richardson's going to pick up the victory. 8-2 in the final match of the night. And Creston will win the duel. Creston will win the duel 54-15 as Quentin Fuller will pick up the forfeit at 220 pounds. So, again, TJ, first duel that we've ever done here at Shenandoah. I think it went pretty well. We'll see if anybody leaves us a comment in the YouTube chat box.
Brody will tell you.
Yeah, see if anybody wants to see us ever do that again.
Well, they'll probably ask you to come back and be like, who the heck's that guy that's just not saying anything except for every now and again. No, it was a lot of fun. I think the guys played well. I'm glad we did this. I hope the kids, the parents, the coaches can go back and watch. And I'm sure they watch anyways. They got their own film. But, they can watch it whenever they want, If they had a good match or maybe they want to see something that, at some point in the match what I did wrong, how this happened, they can go back and watch it, take a look, and it'll be there forever. And hopefully we can come back and do it again next year. If not us, somebody else,
Yep.
Hopefully we keep doing this, and it makes it a lot of fun. I'm glad we were able to use the good camera. Not that the huddle camera's bad, but we can zoom in and we can go right down, and it was pretty good shots. Thanks to the road man, and thanks to you for taking my plays, because it would have just been alphabet soup coming out of my mouth, and you did a phenomenal job.
Thanks. And again, if we were able to, make it fun for anybody at home, if we broadcast this to somebody that got to watch their grandkid, nephew, whatever the case might be, or anybody in Creston or Denison that was able to tune in and wasn't able to make it down here to Shenandoah, if we reached anybody whatsoever, it was worth it.
Yeah, and that's what I've said since the beginning. It's, hey, do you want to do this? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I have fun sitting here talking about this stuff and watching all the sports these kids play. It's about the kids. It's about the parents. It's about the community. And anytime we can do this and bring this to people, people may not like what we say sometimes, but it's not really about us. We're trying to have fun with it, but it's about the kids. And I'm just happy we were finally able to showcase the wrestling program. We didn't get the girls this year, but hopefully there's something down the line that we can do that. Next stop maybe is to do something with the bowling and see if we can figure out how to do that. That's going to be tough.
Now that would be fun.
That's going to be tough because it's just the setup, but like do the bowling or hard to do golf unless it's like CBS where you got a camera at every green or whatever.
Right.
But you can't really do that.
Follow them around.
Like tennis, you could probably do something, but I wouldn't know what to do.
Could we set this up on a golf cart? just drive around.
You'd have to have power though. I mean, we have a Wi-Fi puck. We could do that.
Could we get a generator on the back of a golf cart and roll around, me and you, go from hole to hole following different people?
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun.
That would be. I'm in for that.
That sounds like a blast. Let's try to get that accomplished. That sounds like a lot of fun.
But anyways,
we're expanding our horizons.
We'll put a pin in that because I like the idea.
Yeah.
But that's what this is about, and I hope, like I said, I hope you said it too. I really hope people enjoyed it. Thank you to Coach Roberts for the really awesome cheat sheet for us, especially me, because I got nothing, and it was a lot of fun to sit and watch these guys. And good luck to them as they prepare for an opportunity to go to state. And there's good things ahead for this Mustang program, not just next year and the years to follow, but coming up here, I think this next weekend too.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's going to be fun to see these guys go to districts this next weekend. 2A district at Glenwood. I think I'm not, with the new format, I guess I didn't even check the time. It used to be a noon start, but it might have moved up this year. I'm going to guess it moved up this year. And so good luck to them. Atlantic, Audubon, Clarinda, Glenwood, Harlan, Red Oak, and Southwest Iowa are the teams in the Shenandoah district. Good luck to Creston there at the ADM district, also in Class 2, and then also Denison going to Lewis Central for the 3A district. TJ's zooming in on my kids wrestling. One's a wrestler and one's not, or at least the one says he's not. But I think he's going to go back out next year, split season, 7th grade basketball and wrestling. So we'll see if he comes back out, comes through on his word. I think he's told Coach Logan Roberts that he's going to come out for middle school wrestling next year. So, TJ, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was a blast. I hope, again, if anybody got something out of it, it was worth it. A lot of fun for us, too. And next year there will be a couple more home duels. It just kind of is a cycle of when you get home duels.
Gotcha.
So some years you get 2 or 3, and some years you get 1.
Well, and then the next time we'll be together, the last time we'll be together for the whole year is Thursday, because you don't call any of the softball, baseball games because you're coaching. Although maybe we can get you like a wireless and you can just kind of talk to us during. Yeah. But, Thursday night, boys home finale, Riverside. Is that a 7 o'clock start or a 7:30 start?
That's a good question.
Brody, you're up here.
I think that's just JV varsity, isn't it, Brody? 5:30 and 7, maybe? Yeah, let's go with that. 5:30 and 7
Okay.
Thursday night.
Okay.
Basketball finale for the boys, regular season finale for the boys against Riverside. That should be a fun one.
So good job tonight to all the wrestlers from all 3 schools, most specifically to the Shenandoah Mustangs, and for Aaron Burdorf. Again, if you see him in the hallways tomorrow, or if you got his phone number, give him a text. He did dynamite tonight. Wonderful, wonderful job. So for Aaron Burdorf, I'm TJ Young, and for Brody Burdorf, our awesome camera guy, we'll see you Thursday night for some Mustang basketball.